So tell me, Phoenix, today you were watching, perusing the internet, and you came across a very scary, uh, horrible, well,
A
a
Facebook
sad
post.
thing to see. A
Yeah.
Facebook post concerning
Let me
a
pull it up.
direction of the Ghostbusters that you didn't think they were going to take. You thought it was going to be Ernie Hudson, but we get Dan Aykroyd's face on the promo, and it's
I
quite frightening.
I don't know. Yeah, okay, you can see it a little bit. I kept seeing these things for Firehouse, and I saw Dan Aykroyd, and then when I got home, I saw one with the younger girl from the movie, and they all
Yeah.
say Firehouse coming soon in New York. To me, that sounds like an
And
event.
it says, and it also says featuring the ongoing adventures of the Spangler family. So
Ghostbusters
now
to
it's going to be
continue
called
this Spengler family story.
it's
Actually,
going to
there's
be
no
the
end quotation.
Spangler Family Chronicles. Yeah,
There's a
awful
beginning.
title.
There's a beginning quotation here before Spengler, but there's no ending quotation. They can't even
Well, there
get
you
that
go.
right.
So
So
Sony's marketing team at work.
So it's called Firehouse, two separate words. And I was like, is this like an event? Because it says coming soon in New York, specifically New York. Okay, this must be like a weird Ghostbuster event. And then I'm like looking into it, and I guess it's another movie that they're doing called Firehouse, which sounds
Apparently,
like a Blumhouse thing. Not just because of the word house, it just sounds like a
yeah.
stupid horror movie.
Well, it
Firehouse
sounds cheap. It sounds cheap.
sounds so cheap.
It's like, why don't you just call it Ghostbusters Firehouse? Like, put
Yeah,
Ghostbusters. That's the whole
you did
point of your
Afterlife.
franchise. Is yeah. I mean, that's stupid. What do you guys like? Even their Sony's the worst. Sony's the worst. Which is why this is another iteration of franchise rape that the studios do to their IPs because Hollywood is truly dead. That's right. It's dead.
Oh, I guess I'll be on the
What are you gonna
show.
do about it? It's
So
dead.
we decided to talk about the raping of franchises and like the milking machine that are used to be direct to DVD, direct to VHS back in the day. Now it's just theater movies are all doing it. It's fucking
For
weird.
example, Darkman. You had Darkman had one movie theatrical, and then they decided it did okay. Let's do direct to video sequels. Darkman 2, The Return of Durant, which he blew up in a helicopter crash, but he's alive. And then I saw it. Well, it wasn't awful, but it wasn't good. Starring Arnold Vosloo as the Dark Man. And then they did Die Dark Man Die, which was number 3,
Yeah.
which I never saw.
No,
And
never saw it.
I refuse to watch it. I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah.
And then there was a comic book for a minute by Marvel. Did you know that there is a Darkman comic book?
No. I probably heard about
That's
it, but
not.
no.
I don't think it's the. It's like it's not a an adaptation. It's just it's a full on another series. It's like another sequel.
Yeah, it's like I said, it used to be the direct to VHS. Like when I think of the endless sequels, I'm thinking Puppet Master first thing. Just
No,
one every
God.
year. None of them make any sense. They rewrite the timeline 7 different times. But now
Well,
we
that was
got
Charles Band's Full Moon Productions because they
yeah,
also did Subspecies 1 through 75, Doll
Doll
Man 1,
Man.
2, 3.
And then he also has Ginger Dead Man and the Evil Bong. And
Yes.
a bunch of stupid properties that are just endless. But you kind of expect that with schlock. But the problem is with nostalgia and our generation, who I don't even feel this way. You don't feel this way. Who the fuck in our generation feels this way is beyond me. But it's nonstop nostalgia fest here in the theaters, and it just won't end.
Well, they won't let the 80s die. It's like this isn't even anybody's like what kid is going to get any excitement from like, oh, they're going to do a new John Carpenter remake because I don't even know what that is. I wasn't around then. All I know is the remake of the remake. Um, The remake of the remake. I'm trying to think. Oh, The Thing, the terrible prequel.
Oh yeah,
prequel sequel. It's just like that's
Yeah.
what the kids have to lean on. It's like, yeah, it's terrible.
Well, the kids don't give a shit. The kids aren't going to have any frame of reference unless their nostalgic parents
No.
are showing them the originals. Like,
Which is
I only
what's
watched the new
happening.
Ghostbusters. Show my daughter that because there's a new one out and they're kids, and she's like, "Oh, I want to watch that." I'm like, "Oh, it's not out yet, but we can watch this one." I didn't force it on her. She's like, "Yeah," well, and she loved them. Second one
Yeah.
scared the shit out of her because they stole the baby, and she's thinking of her baby brother, and it scared her.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
I didn't think about that.
She wasn't afraid of the Scolari brothers.
No, no, she
Gone for
wasn't.
murder. Gave him the chair.
She thought that was amusing and everything. And I was watching The Family Guy earlier, and she's like, "Are there any ghosts in here? No. Any monsters? No. Okay." And she's like, "Oh, all right."
She was relieved.
So
There's no franchise rape going on in here.
Yeah, a good movie is a good movie to a kid. They're not going to mostly care what it's about as long as it keeps their attention.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
You know what doesn't keep my attention is Halloween 55, where I don't even know. I can't even relate that main character, Michael Myers, to the original Michael Myers at this point because he's become like some mythical monster. Jason Voorhees had the same problem where he really became like demonic. And they get so far removed from the original character.
In the first movie, it wasn't even Jason Voorhees; it was his mother.
Yeah. And by the 10th one, he's in fucking space, which is obviously where they jumped the shark, but also like they've given up at that point. Like, we're not even trying to be serious anymore. Hellraiser only took 4 movies to go to space. Leprechaun was 4 movies. Right. What else went to space? There's a bunch.
I think Fast 10 is going to space.
Oh God!
I think Fast.
I just started watching Fast 9
in space.
I won't watch Fast 10.
Talk about franchise. Talk about franchise rape. Justin Lin, or the original, Justin Lin, the director of he was going to do Fast 10. He did the other Fantastic Four movies, the Fast movies.
Fantastic Fast.
He quit. Because he couldn't deal with Vin Diesel anymore. Because Vin Diesel is like, this is all Vin Diesel has. Because the only thing Vin Diesel wants more than ever is to have a franchise to call his own. He hates Fast and Furious movies, but that's all he's got. Because he will never let the Riddick movies. Well, he'll never let the Riddick movies go. Because he can't do it. He tried to do the Witch Hunter movie, and that was a massive failure because that movie was so bad.
He probably thought he was going to win an Oscar for that Find Me Guilty movie.
Well, it was directed by Sidney Lumet.
Yeah, but it's also Vin Diesel.
And it was a true story. Vin Diesel.
He's probably so pissed. I bet if you could read his minimal thoughts, he was pissed.
This is minimal thoughts. I'm Groot.
Oscar Groot. And he's such an actor
that Groot.
Part of his contract for Groot is that he won't let him loop him at all. He has to read each line individually. Right. Yes. That's fucking insanity.
Because he's a genius. Groot. Groot.
Yeah, well, the Fast and the Furious is like the current one that's on. There's technically 10 of those things out right now. One of them's an offshoot because Vin Diesel is so terrible they had to go make a movie without him. But it's just like
Hobbs and Shaw.
How long? It only took 4 additional movies for it to completely lose any track of just guys stealing cars and racing them. Like in the 5th one, they're in Rio and they're dragging a safe down and wiping out buildings and somehow don't kill anyone. But then they're like jumping out of planes in the 7th one and going from building to building, and you're like, this is so not where this started. And I just started watching the 9th one on HBO Max, and I watched like the first 20 minutes.
God.
And they arrive, and it has like the Rambo beginning, and they're like, "We've been called back in. I thought we're out of that game
again."
Yeah, he's like,
"You were out of game 5 movies ago."
And then,
oh my God,
he's like, and they have to drag him in, and he shows up last second, gets on the plane. I'm like, God damn!
So
it feels like Rambo now.
Try to get family.
I guess, and now I'm thinking of Rambo. That might be the first series I could think of, at least, that did that complete disconnect. Because the first movie is like a dramatic movie, and it's got a character, and there's motivation. Second one, he's blowing Iraqis away or Afghanistan's away. Afghanis.
No, and that one, no, it was the Viet
That's
Cong.
the third one is the
In the third one is is Soviets. He's fighting with the Afghanistan people to destroy the Russians. So he's not killing Afghanistans. He's fighting with the Afghanistans.
But that
in
series,
1989, that was our enemy.
Yeah, the Rambo series has a nice like starting here, goes up to here, and then by the fourth and fifth one, it's right back to where it began because the fifth one is like real low key. He just goes down to Mexico. Simple.
Oh, I love the last Rambo. You talk about franchise rape. That's franchise Phoenix Rising from the Ashes. That's a beautiful film. And everybody yells at it for being racist. That was so wonderful. Again, dark as fuck. It's like the Dark Taken. It's dark. Beautiful. And he just goes fucking nuts and he kills everybody. It's wonderful. Love that movie.
It's actually really good. Like
it is.
I like things simple. Keep it simple. Yeah. What other series are out right now? Like the Purge series, even that's starting to get like crazy. Like the first or the
now it's Forever Purge, where it's like it's like Mad Max. It's the Mad Max world, basically.
Yeah. So how do you follow that up though?
Well, and now with Mad Max, Furiosa is being made, and it's like no one asked for a Furiosa movie. It's like do a Mad Max fucking movie. Charlie Theron. No, it's Anna Taylor-Joy, and it's like I don't care how she lost her arm. Like that's like I don't give a shit.
This is Star Wars. We don't need a
No, I don't need an explanation for every fucking little thing. It's like, oh god. Stop.
Honestly, I don't need any more Mad Max. That movie's fucking flawless. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
Fury Road, it's enough.
George
Miller can't make another one. This will kill George Miller.
In the theater, watch Mad Max Fury Road. I'm like, holy shit. Like it makes the other movies irrelevant. You don't even need to watch them anymore. And it doesn't. You do not need any further adventures of Mad Max at this point. Let it go. It's gone.
You have,
And the next one's not going to make nearly as much, and they have to know that.
Well, I just don't think anybody's going to care. But even Mad Max Fury Road didn't make that much. It did okay. It wasn't like I wish it would. In my world, that'd be $1 billion movie, and it barely made like $400 million. Like it didn't blow the box office away because people.
No, it was.
I don't understand.
It was mostly acclaimed more than anything. Everyone loved it.
Yeah,
everyone because they expected here we go, and it was fucking amazing. So I was like, wow,
it won Oscars for Christ's sake,
and it deserved them.
It won Oscars. Yeah.
We also got like Star Wars, which is all the offshoots. Like I watched Boba Fett, as we talked about, and watched that, and I'm like, this is pathetic. Like why does this exist? I was fine with him dying in the pit, in the monster, and
because he's so cool, man.
I watched Star Wars like 3 times as a kid before I realized who Boba Fett even was, because he's in the movies that little. He has like 2 lines of dialogue and he's dead.
Yeah.
And I saw his picture everywhere. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? And I watched the movies again. I'm like, oh, that's that guy I saw. Why is he so big? Because he has a cool green outfit and a gun. Is that it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. But, I have a Boba Fett.
Boba Fett is he's cool.
I have nothing against people liking him from that movie because it's a minor character. I kind of think that's cool, but don't make a whole series about him after he's dead. It's pathetic when he claws his way out of it in the beginning. It's sad.
Well, it's franchise rape. It's we can't let things go, and we're just gonna fuck it like a dead horse or beat it like a dead horse. Fuck a dead horse. That's better. Do that instead. Especially with Hollywood, they'll love that. They'll do that more. We're against killing, but we'll fuck anything. We don't want to hurt anything. We just want to stick our dick in everything. Just like 80s franchises. And now you got the MCU, which is getting worse and worse and worse every iteration they have now. That She-Hulk is just, oh my God, what a disaster. Everybody's talking shit on that show. And now you got the Amazon Prime Lord of the Rings show coming out, and that's going to be a disaster because everybody's talking shit on that. Game of Thrones. Well, I guess everyone like that. That got decent reviews, I guess, and that was the highest rated show in HBO history.
But
they're going back to the well.
Go. Like, just let it go, move on. They moved on with Westworld, and that started when it was still on. But I'm like, oh, this is interesting. They're doing it that already exists, but they're doing it a completely different way. Like, they're really investing into the writing. And
did you finish season 4?
No, I haven't finished season 3 yet.
Oh, okay. So you're still behind on that. Okay,
I'm still way behind. But
I gotta watch season 3. I'm behind.
You know what series amazed me that they didn't keep going, and I remember tweeting about it when it happened. Is when the last Twilight movie came out, and I go, I can't believe this is the last we'll see of Twilight until the inevitable TV series based on the movies, and then the prequel movies, and that never happened. I cannot believe how little they spend on those movies and how much they made that they never went back there.
Right? Yeah.
That is Harry Potter.
That just means it's going to be remade. Just wait. It's going to be remade in 5 years. It's going to happen.
It's going to be Edward remade.
Because look,
1800s Civil War.
No, this time it'll be Ben and Eddie. It'll be a gay love story. That we've never seen that. Oh wait, Interview with the Vampire. I was
just going to say I'm pretty sure those two guys are gay.
Lestat and Louis. Oh yeah, but Louis.
L and L forever.
You are a killer. You are a killer, Louis. I lost my train of thought. I'm looking at Boba Fett. He's staring at me.
Think about sequels. And it does. Our names are named after. Our episode titles are named after movie sequels. So we really should have done this the first episode. Because down below is I still know what we did last summer.
Yeah, that's again a horrible remake. That was a terrible sequel. But again, hey,
Scream.
Don't think that's not going to come back either. They brought Scream back for Christ's sake. Again, franchise rate Scream's
5,
back.
And it's not called Scream 5. They're doing the Fast and the Furious thing now. It's just called Scream, and Halloween's doing the same thing. I'm like,
it's gonna be called Scream 5.
You don't get to, and the next one's called Scream 6. No, it should be a law. You don't get to go Scream 1, Scream 2, Scream 3, Scream 4, Scream 6. Fuck you. No, you're Scream 5. Deal with it.
It's to that point. It's just
so
they
dumb.
Can't let anything go. And now I guess you hear the Halloween Kills or whatever. It's going to be released day and date on Peacock in theaters and streaming, which is like, do they not learn their own fucking lessons? Like Warner Brothers did that and they lost $1 billion on a whole slew of projects that should have made money in the theater, but they were too chicken shit to do it because of the COVID thing. And it's like, well, make a better movie and it'll probably do well. Like Top Gun. Top Gun did that, pulled that off. Shit, Top Gun is the one example where it's like, holy shit, just make a good movie and guess what'll happen? People will see it.
Yeah, and they tried to do that with the James Bond movie, but that James Bond movie didn't do it as well, nearly as well as they were hoping for.
No.
James Bond's at least with James Bond, I mean, we're at 25 movies deep, right? In the James Bond. At least they're not completely wildly different than the previous one. It's just another adventure of James Bond. He's not, I was gonna say he's not going to space, but he did. But he's not
Moonraker.
Yeah. It's on brand. Every movie is on brand with him. It's not here's James Bond in a romantic it's not nonsense.
Yeah.
It's just some of them are silly, some of them are actiony, some of them are this or that, but it doesn't feel like they're raping that franchise. I mean, they're milking everything they can out of it, but at least they're consistent. The Halloween movies are all over the place. The third, I got to mention this real quick. The third, I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's called I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer. I watched it finally.
Right, yeah.
It is bonkers because the first two movies, it's the killer fisherman. He's after them. Same killer in the first two movies. The third one, it gets to the fisherman and he takes off his mask and it's a literal demon. We have demons now in this franchise. It's
I
fucking
thought it was the
hilarious.
son of the. I thought it was the son of the fisherman. I thought that was what it was
No,
going to be. Like
it's a
there's a whole
demon.
line of fishermen. This time it's the cousin of the
Gordon's
fisherman.
Fisherman's
You
Junior.
killed my favorite. You killed my favorite cousin. You bitch.
You killed my
Why
fish
does every
stick
summer this
father-in-law.
happens to me?
And I watched the I Know What
You
You Did Last
killed
Summer
my
TV
second
show.
cousin.
The TV
Oh
show I
my
always
God, they did
mention.
that. Oh Jesus
Remember I was
Christ!
telling you it's like a teen soap opera on the CW, but they also show a bunch of dicks and they swear nonstop and it's about like porn and drugs. It's wild. It is. I don't know
I
who
know what
that
you did
show is
last
for.
summer. Franchise owner. Wow. Okay.
It's on
That was on
Amazon.
streaming. I take it. Amazon.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
on
Wow.
Amazon Prime, and it
Oh
is.
my God.
I don't know who that show could be for because it looks like a teen drama, but they're like all of a sudden it's like cuts to the next scene. It's like 5 dicks on screen, literal dicks. It's like a nudist camp, and they're like doing this, or it's like a video of someone getting railed, and you're like, who is this for? Teenagers or no? Because there's a lot of swearing and sex.
And then
So
do the
bizarre.
dicks get cut off with a fisherman's hook? Is that
No,
what happens next, or they just didn't
no
bother? The
fisherman
fisherman's not even in it.
No.
Well, I'm not
Scream had a
watching.
TV series too. They got to milk everything out of that.
Well, that's right. It's on MTV.
That's another way they
Oh,
excuse me.
God.
Another way they rape movie series is they turn it into a TV show, and that's been going on
Well, that
forever.
happens all the time. Yeah, that's been going for a long time. Shit, I'm trying to remember the Paper Chase in the 70s. That was a TV show. That was a big movie, and then became a show for a minute with Robert Ginty. Robert Ginty. I will marry my sister, Robert Ginty. It's the Paper Chase guy. It's the Paper Chase guy. MST3K reference, everybody. That's a franchise that shouldn't ever go away. That's a warm nostalgic blanket is MST3K. But no, now you got and then now we got an Alien show coming. There's an Alien show coming to Hulu.
Alien Nation?
You got the Hellraiser. No, Alien.
Oh yeah,
not Alien. I wish Alien Nation would come back. They should remake that movie. That's a great movie. That's a great Jimmy Caan movie. I've been watching a lot of Jimmy Caan movies lately.
I noticed
in
that.
memory of Jimmy Caan.
Yeah.
I watched Killer Elite, which is a 70s movie. Very interesting. You should watch it. The Gambler. Gambler has the weirdest ending of all time. I'm telling you, you got to watch it. I don't want to tell you.
I'll watch it.
I can't.
Yeah, don't.
I can't tell you. You have. I mean, you're because I was watching it, and I was.
What's it on?
It's on Amazon.
Okay.
It's on Amazon because they got all the MGM movies and United Artists movies, and he's like, it's kind of like the remake with Mark Wahlberg, or the Mark Wahlberg one's completely different at the end.
I haven't seen that one either. So,
but they do have the basketball shaving sequence is the same, so that happens in the movie. But in this version, it's the end of the movie, and then to celebrate, because James Caan's about to be murdered, and he gets this deal with the mob, and he gets away with it, and they clean his debt. So he decides to celebrate, and you're never going to figure out why he does what he does or what's the point, and it's hilarious in a weird way. It's just like that is not where I thought this movie would go at all. And again, the franchise rate, they had to remake The Gambler of all movies. They remade that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's not even a franchise. That's just a one-off remake.
A one-off movie, and Mark Wahlberg was terrible in it.
I'm thinking of like movies that start off one way and end a completely other way. Like Psycho has a bunch of sequels. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. Exorcist, we both love Exorcist 3, but the second one is god awful. There's an Exorcist TV show also.
And there's another one coming. There's a new
TV series.
Next year, the new Exorcist movie's coming out. The new franchise, the new Exorcist. It's going to be a trilogy. Because the guys that did Halloween next year, that's the next Halloween movie.
Stop. I just watched.
And you have Insidious 5.
Insidious. I did watch.
Insidious 5 is coming out.
I think it was on Paramount Plus. No, it was on Peacock. I watched the new Paranormal Activity movie, and it's like in an Amish community. I'm like, why can't they just stop making these movies? And they broke.
Sorry. Did you say Amish community?
Yes, they go to an
have
Amish
cameras.
Community. No, the documentary of following this girl back to her roots, and she goes and they go to an Amish community, but they're not really Amish. Got some news for you. There's some There's some evil hanky pankery going on there.
I'll tell you what, they're using blenders in this Amish country right here. They've turned to electricity, and it scares the shit out of me. Fucking Amish. It wasn't like the Mennonites. The Mennonites will allow technology. I know that much because Witness, you read about that.
Yeah.
They didn't really go to Amish country. They went to the Mennonites because the Mennonites were like more liberal, and the Amish were just like disgusted with the Mennonites because they let Harrison Ford punch a slack-jawed yokel in the face when he puts ice cream on his nose.
You'll actually see Mennonites.
That's not how we do things here, book. Yeah.
If you're at a store,
and if you're taking pictures, they don't mind it, but the Amish hide themselves, and because the Amish believe in the whole like you'll steal my soul with a photograph thing.
I've stolen so many souls.
Well, I don't know if they've done that now, if they do that now, but back then, 25 years ago, they were still talking about that. So I don't know. 25 years, 35 years ago.
Yeah. Cobra Kai is another example of
Cobra Kai. I've just let it go. It's just like, God damn. And if that's the case, then can we please have a Poltergeist remake that's good? Because they did do a Poltergeist remake with Sam Rockwell. It was terrible.
Terrible.
Just terrible.
There's like 12 of those movies.
And that was like a comedy. It was like it turned into a comedy. It was just like, what is this? It doesn't even know what it wants to be.
It's like their comic books.
What is this movie?
Wow.
Well, and they made the House of Cards, and it blew it away. And then there was like a squirrel. There was a squirrel in the attic, and they thought that was a ghost. And the squirrel attacks them. I think I saw that movie once in theaters.
I saw it in the theater. Yeah, 20.
Yeah, I never watched it again. It's no, I think it was like probably 2014.
So
I don't know. It was the same. It might have been. You might have been right. It might have been 2015.
I think it was the same. It was the same on the decade. Oh no, that was 6 months before you just said.
Oh no, that was September of 2015. No, that's it. No, I think it was the same year as Tomorrowland. I think it was 2015. God, that was 7 years ago. Oh my God.
Yeah,
that's so sad.
I'll never watch it again. I love Sam Rockwell.
Probably not. Yeah, but it was just that was money. He had to pay for Leslie Bibb's ring, so he made that movie.
I hear they're doing another Star Trek.
They're trying to, but the guy just quit. The guy that was attached to direct it because he's gonna go on to do Fantastic Four.
So
that's gonna be his next movie.
1 to 5 Star Trek series on TV.
None of them good.
There's Star Trek Discovery, Picard.
Shit.
Something. The one about Pike, I forget what that was called.
Shit.
New Horizons.
Shit.
Lower Decks, and then Star Trek Prodigy. There are 5 Star Trek series on TV right now. That's insane.
Yeah, and they're all. I think Lower Decks is all right because it's a cartoon. So
yeah, Lower Decks looks fun.
Yeah, Lower Decks is okay, but I have no interest. I stopped watching Star Trek 2000 when DS9 ended. I didn't watch it anymore. I didn't watch any of them. I'm just like, okay, I'm good enough.
What's the Scott Bakula one called?
Enterprise.
I started to watch that one. I didn't mind it, but I just kind of got sidetracked with other stuff, and I just stopped watching it. I was like,
that was only on. Yeah, that was only on for like I think 3 seasons, 4 seasons tops.
Was it that long?
If that,
I thought it was just one. Okay,
I think so. No, I think it was on for about 3 seasons, maybe 4, but it might only be 3. I'm not sure. But that was a show that they kind of like they sexed up the Vulcan girl because she was like so hot, and they had her like be like basically try to get her in every possible way to have like waxy residue on her skin so it's shiny, and she wears like a sports bra to show off her giant toe tons. It's like, give me a break, guys. It
was on 4 years.
It was so gratuitous. Yeah, and now she don't work again because I guess she was a fucking nutcase. I guess she got into drugs or something and she just lost her mind. T'Pol. She was the sex goddess on that show for like.
Oh, here, Jolene.
She was the hottie for a bit. Yeah, that's it.
She's in.
She was like the hottie with the body. Oh,
she's in Stargate SG-1.
Oh, all the classics. I think they're going to remake that too. Stargate is coming back. I think they're going to bring that back. I don't know if it's
She
gonna
looks
be a
like
show or a
softcore
movie.
porn actress. Ugh.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what she was. I'm a Vulcan. Look at my titties.
My Vulcan titties.
That is
They're
highly
emotionless.
illogical. My nipples are hard. This is illogical. Yes, they are, T'Pol. Show us more. Show us your crack of your ass when you bend over and pick up that pen for the captain. It's just like, God damn, this is ridiculous. This show used to be, Star Trek used to mean something, and now it's a joke. Now it's just a horribly
Action.
dead franchise on the side of the road. Just terrible.
Yeah.
And all the new,
I really did
I
enjoy
couldn't
that.
watch the new Star Trek.
I enjoyed the third Star Trek movie, though. Star Trek Beyond, the one that Simon Pegg wrote.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah,
I didn't know he wrote it.
That was a fine one.
Because
Yeah.
I didn't like the second one, but at the third one, I was like, "This is good." And then when I was watching it,
Yeah.
I looked into it, I'm like, "Oh, Simon Pegg wrote this." Now it's making sense because it was very, very simple and stripped down, which is why I liked it.
Yeah,
if you like the show, they're all stripped down stories.
Yeah,
but they didn't go everywhere in that third movie. It was like mostly on that one planet there with the white. What's her name? The girl from the Mummy. What is her name?
Yeah,
I always forget.
I forgot her name. I always forget her name too. She was part of a franchise that didn't get to be raped because it died before it could even get out of the ground. The Mummy. It escaped its rape by Hollywood, but don't worry, they'll try again. We'll have a universal horror monster shared universe eventually. It's going to happen.
Well, and I was going to say they already did rape it because there was 3 original movies, and then there's all those offshoots about the Scorpion Kings featuring all different wrestlers, or all of them.
Well, that's the Mummy movies. Yeah, those were. Oh, yeah, that's just. Oh my God. And poor Brendan Fraser gave his life to those movies because he broke every bone in his body making them.
Oh yeah,
poor bastard. But he's coming back. He's on the comeback trail.
There's 2 IPs I don't need to see ever again. First one being Robin Hood. Why every 7 years do they need to make a shitty Robin Hood movies? Beyond me. Nobody gives a shit. The other one being
because
Hercules.
It's free.
They keep making
because they're public domain characters. They're free.
Speaking of Brett Ratner,
Sherlock Holmes. Did you ever watch Hercules the movie with The Rock? Did you ever see it?
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
They also did Hercules Unchained or something like within that year.
No, it was Hercules with I think the guy from Twilight. He was one of the Kellen Lutz. He did one which was like a low budget Hercules and nobody saw it in January. It was January. Fuck you, it's January movie. That's what it was. And then Hercules with The Rock came out in summer. Yeah, Hercules was just Hercules, I think, and it came out in July. It was supposed to be a big summer movie, and no one fucking cared, and nobody saw it.
Well, here's my point. There's also a third Hercules movie that came out that same year, Hercules Reborn.
Oh, no.
There's so many of them.
Who was in that?
I don't know, but it looks. I'll show you the picture of it here. It looks like a.
It's got to be an Asylum movie.
Well, yeah, Asylum. Thank you. I was trying to remember the name. It looks like it.
It's got to be an Asylum movie. Oh yeah, that's Asylum. That's absolutely Asylum. Absolutely, yeah. See. Oh yeah, no, that's Asylum. Who directed it? Yeah. Watch. Go. I bet you it'll say David Michael Latt somewhere in there.
Nick Lyon.
I don't know who that is. Producers.
Oh my God, there's so many of them.
Hercules Reborn.
This one looks fun. I got a feeling I know what this one's about. 1.6.
Hercules Unbound.
Oh my God.
Don't you bang me, you bitch.
All right, so what was the one I mentioned? Robin Hood movies. They made a ton of them in like the 40s and 50s, and then they came back. And now so this is 2018.
Every 2 years.
Yeah, 2022, the Siege of Robin Hood. Yeah. 2010 was the Ridley Scott one. The only one I enjoy is the Robin Hood Men in Tights, and then also the
Maid Marian. Oh no,
this Prince of Thieves
Maid
is good.
Marian,
not great.
But Prince of Thieves is good.
So this is this year, and so is this one. Rated
R. Bad.
The Last of Robin Hood.
The Siege of what?
Is this Kevin Kline?
This. I don't know. Or is that? It looks like it. It can't be. More. It's probably about. No, oh my God, this is a disaster.
Yeah, stop
Look
making
at
them.
that.
Let it
It just
go.
goes on.
Nobody cares about Robin Hood. I've never
Oh
heard
my
anyone go,
God,
"You check
talk
out that new
about
Robin Hood movie? It's fucking tight, bro."
oh fucking dope! Did you see Sheriff of Nottingham? Oh snap, bro! Maid Marian, fucking hot, bro.
Like we got the
Nobody
Errol Flynn
cared.
one from '38. Stop making them.
Yeah,
That one's
we're
fine.
done.
Leave it alone.
You got a Disney cartoon version. That should be enough. You should be done. We don't need any more. And then there's also you're forgetting all the subsequent BBC shows of Robin Hood that exist. There's probably 3 or 4 of those. And then there's the
Ivanhoe.
comic book out now called Nottingham. So there's a Nottingham comic out, which they'll probably make into a movie or something.
Sean Connery and
But
Robin.
I heard it's good. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Robin Marion. That was Katharine Hepburn as Maid Marian, and Sean Connery as Robin Hood. I'm going to slap your ass, Kate. I'm going to slap you in the face if you talk back to me. Women aren't allowed to speak to me when I'm in a room. I was in the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. That franchise was right dead before it came out of the movie theater.
I'm a Russian soldier.
I'm a Russian, and I've played a Russian, an Irishman, an Egyptian, and I've used the same voice in all of them.
An Englishman.
Because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, Highlander's coming back.
That was another series I was going to bring up earlier.
Yep, Highlander is another, like, goddamn. Who's that for? Who's a fan of Highlander, honestly?
Your dad? I don't know.
I mean,
because they made a bunch of those movies.
Nobody...
Most of them didn't make any sense. It went to series with Christopher Lambert back. Didn't make any sense.
And they didn't make any money. These movies never made money. Like, they weren't hits. And then they fucking committed suicide on the second movie because that was a disaster.
I think the theory is it didn't make money the first time around, that much money, but now people remember it as quality or remember it from their childhood. So therefore, let's put a little bit of money in it and see if it sticks. If the first one goes, we got a series on our hands. We'll announce all 3 movies though.
We could fuck it.
They go, we'll announce all 3 movies only if people see the first one though.
There's more than 3 movies. Highlander has like 6.
I'm saying now is what they're gonna do. They're gonna
you're gonna have the trilogy of Highlander.
Here's our trilogy of Highlander, and then nobody goes and sees it, and they go, "Oh, never mind."
Yeah.
I meant to say the Crow. The Crow's coming out.
It's another one they're trying to do. Oh my God, the Crow.
That's another one with 5 movies and a TV series. That's garbage.
Yeah.
First Crow is the only thing you need. From Dusk Till Dawn.
So I guess
movie and a TV show.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Just make it the one movie. It's fine.
And then we have though I guess the Clancy Brown had the story of Highlander, which is actually pretty interesting because I guess he said the whole point of Highlander was written by this kid out of like UCLA or USC, and Highlander was like his thesis project. So he got it. He had it read by some production company, and the company was like, "Well, you'll get paid if we attract like a big name to it. And if it gets made, you'll make money." So I guess this was like the script that never went away because everything that could go right went right for this guy. So it was like a 1 in a million shot that this kid got like literally millions of dollars for this one script, and it was his first script because Sean Connery liked it, and then they got Christopher Lambert, who was hot at the time for it, and then they got like all the other guys in it. They got a director that was kind of hot at the moment. So all these stars aligned perfectly for Highlander to get made. And it's like, at best, it's a moderate success. But this kid who wrote it, I guess, like had all these these contracted stipulations that came true. So he was able to make like a fortune off of that one script. So it was just like everything that could happen right happened right. So good for him. And I don't know if he's done. I'm pretty sure he's done other stuff, but I'm not sure.
Sequels and TV shows he's getting the base dump on, based on the characters.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah. No, yeah. Yeah. he's got to check for all of those. So yeah, if he wasn't a part of them, which I'm
It's a
sure he was
John
just like, I
Carpenter
don't want to
thing.
fucking. Yeah, I don't want to keep doing these fucking movies. I want to get my script about the lesbian nun out.
I will say, because we have 5 minutes left, there are a couple series I don't mind hanging around. I didn't realize one of them was going to be Predator because I actually really like that Prey movie.
Yeah, I heard it's really
Did you
good.
guys watch it? Yeah, it was good.
I need
Alien
to get
is the one
Hulu. I gotta get Hulu. Oh, Alien the new show or the Alien the new movies?
Alien the new movies. I didn't particularly care for Prometheus, but I didn't mind the Covenant.
Yeah, I hated
Also,
Prometheus and Covenant was all right.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that was okay. I don't need it anymore, but it doesn't bother me that they keep making it. Mostly because it's the same people. It seems like
Right.
Predator is because each movie is very different than the last.
Yeah.
And somehow the worst one of them all was the one that was made by Shane Black. Can't figure that one out.
Yeah, that's a disaster. That was really sad. That was really disappointing.
That was
a
filthy dialogue for no reason.
That was a gut punch, man. When that movie came out, I was so excited for it. It was just like, this is terrible. Like, it's so bad. And I guess it's because they did cut the shit out of it. Like, there's subplots and like chunks of that movie they took out. And it's like, there's supposed to be like other predators in it that were humanized. So they were like working for humans. They were like with the team.
Oh, God.
They cut that storyline out completely. Yeah, like predators wear camo pants, like they were in army gear, but they were predators, and they were in tanks, so they were working with the army, and they were because like the big subplot was the predators were coming over to Earth to give them technology because there was like a civil war going on the planet, the home world, which was a much more interesting storyline than what we got in this movie. It was so bad. It was just like, what the fuck? And that was all Fox. Fox did that. They kept getting involved in it. And they wrecked Shane, but that hurts Shane Black because I don't think Shane Black ever really recovered from that movie. He hasn't done anything since. I mean, he doesn't have to, but man.
Even besides that, it doesn't help the fact that there's like 5 minutes of autism jokes in there for no reason that aren't funny. And like, it's just like, okay, I get it. Come on.
Autism is a superhero, is a superpower. You know that, right?
Yeah. But like, it just kept going and going.
With that little boy, that precious little boy.
To get back to Ghostbusters, where it began, I was just hoping it would be simple. Ernie Hudson is leading them and the kids, and that's it. Just Ernie Hudson. I don't need to see Ray, just because I like to see Ernie. And Ernie, he is so excited to be there. Ernie Hudson, he is like a Ghostbuster. He will not leave his Ghostbuster outfit. I was hoping it was just him and the kids. Yeah. Keep it simple, and they do their thing. That's it. Now, that's gone. It's going to be a whole fucking thing, isn't it?
No, because Dan Aykroyd got to put his nose in it. Because he created it, he has a fucking ownership of it or something. I don't know, but I wish he would just let it go. I wish Dan Aykroyd would just go away. Like, he ruins everything he shows up in. He kind of ruins it, and then he has the gall to go on like television. And when Afterlife came out, all he did was fucking rally for. He was like the cheerleader for Ghostbusters 2016, and then as soon as they do Afterlife, he's talking shit on 2016. He's the first guy to say that director was terrible. It was a terrible movie, terrible idea. It was just bad everything. And it's just like, you fucking liar. You were there they were giving you money. You sucked its dick. But then now the new one's coming out, so you have to be the ambassador to it because you wrote it. And it's like, it's your, like, I understand it's your movie, but still, it's like, get the fuck out of here, Dan Aykroyd. Go away.
Yeah. And Bill Murray looked like he did not want to be there for the Afterlife. He's just
he don't look like he wants to be anywhere.
No.
Oh! I got Bill Murray stuff to tell you after the show.
Oh, great!
We don't have time to talk about it now. I'll tell you what I just heard this a couple days ago.
Well, we're in about 5 seconds, so
let's just say Hollywood is dead and the bullshit continues.
Stop raping our franchise.
Franchise rape. Franchise rape.
Well, the podcast is over. We're still live. Do you want to tell the Bill Murray thing now?
Yeah. So I was watching this YouTube clip thing. It was just a bunch of old interviews with the Farley brothers, and they were talking about Kingpin, and they were shooting the movie, and they were literally like 3 months from shooting the movie, and they had Randy Quaid there, and they were talking about like who could play McCracken, the character that he played, and they were saying like, let's try and get Bill Murray. I said, yeah, that'd be a good idea. And then Randy Quaid just worked with him on Quick Change, and he says, oh, I got his number. Do you want me to call him? And he said, yeah, can you call him? And he says, yeah, I'll call him right now. So Randy Quaid is the one that got him on that movie, because he calls Bill and he goes, hey, the Farley brothers are doing this funny movie. They got a part for you. Do you want to participate? And he goes, sure. Yeah, when's it going to happen? And he gives him a date. He goes, okay. And he hangs up. And then they go, what happened? He said he'll do it. And they go, what? But he doesn't know what he's doing. He's on the part. He said he doesn't need that. He'll be there. He'll just give him the idea of what it's about. It's about bowlers. He's a bowler. Okay, that's all he needed to know. And so 6 months go by. It's going to be like, it's 3 days before they're going to shoot with Bill Murray, and no one's heard from him. And they're like saying, is he really going to show up? Is he going to be here? And they were like, what if he doesn't show up? What if he's not coming? Like, we're shooting this movie. They have 1,000 extras, because the first day of shooting was the scene with the tournament. So Bill Murray, there's 1,000 extras there, and it's like a 3-day shoot. So they said, fuck, if he doesn't show up, we're fucked. And then the day he's supposed to show up on time, he shows up in costume. He brought his own clothes. He was dressed like that himself. And he came up, his idea was to have the hair
wig
like it was.
That's my favorite bit in the entire
Bill
movie.
Murray. That was all Bill Murray. And Bill Murray said, look, I have this idea. I think his hair should be, he's balding, so he won't let the hair go. So he has a comb over, and it's just going crazy the whole time. And they said, well, we were doing that bit with Woody Harrelson already, Bill. And they go, wait a minute, why are we arguing? We said, yeah, no, we shut up. We said, yeah, do what you want, Bill. It's fine. And Bill Murray, essentially, he got the script. He got the lines for the day. And he reads them. He goes, okay, He threw them away. And everything he did in that movie is ad-libbed. Everything. Every line is ad-libbed. And they said with Bill, you have to shoot him. And he goes, they wouldn't yell cut, because they said just keep it rolling 30 seconds after the scene's over. And that's when Bill Murray goes, hey, you. No, not you. You. That scene. Remember they're at the diner? He goes, hey, no, not you. Yeah, you. That was all ad-libbed on the day. Bill Murray did it. And they go like, Bill Murray was saying like things like, you're on a gravy train with biscuit wheels. We didn't write that. Nobody wrote that. Like that was all Bill. That. No, that's what they said. They said, this is Bill Murray. Like, you don't argue with Bill Murray. Like, he just does it. He knows what he's doing, and you just let him do it, and it's perfect. Like, every time.
That's what we talked about.
It's just that's what you have to do.
Chevy Chase. Chevy Chase can't do that. He just
no. Oh, and did you see John Hamm as Fletch? They had that trailer come out today.
Oh no,
Fletch,
I didn't see that.
The new Fletch movie's coming out. I haven't seen the trailer, but it's out. It's Fletch confesses.
Poor Jason Lee. He never got his Fletch Lives movie.
John Hamm. Yeah, I think Jason Lee would be perfect as Fletch. John Hamm. I mean, I like John Hamm, but he's not Fletch. He's never been a smart ass. He's just been kind of a smarmy, good-looking guy. Like, that's what he plays, is the smarmy, good-looking guy who's like the FBI agent in everything. Because he's the FBI agent Richard Jewell, too.
Oh, is he?
He's great in that. Yeah, he's great in that. He's such an asshole.
You got that note that says "fuck you" on the car on the town, and he walked over to that Richard Jewell set. All right, I'm here.
He goes right over to Atlanta. I'm ready, Clint. Let's do this. I love it. Richard Jewell's a great movie. You got to watch that one. That's a great movie.
I do. It's on my short list there.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like Richard Jewell. That was a good one. That was a good movie.
And that guy is on a new show on Apple Plus
mock him.
with Taron Egerton. I forget what it's
called.
I
didn't see that.
He's like a killer and Taron Egerton gets
Right.
put in there to get secrets from him, or
Right. Yes. Yes.
I haven't
It's
heard
like a
anything about it yet.
mini-series or
But
something like that.
Apple TV,
Yeah.
everything I've watched on there, I've either enjoyed or enjoyed for the wrong reasons, like that Servant show I told you about.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Shit, yeah. Maybe I should get Apple TV. I don't know. It's on my phone. You have to pay for it?
Yeah. What I did was
Oh, you
I
can pay
actually
for it? Okay.
subscribed to the whole Apple package. So it's like Apple Music and
Okay.
Apple TV, and it upgrades your phone storage
Right.
if you have Apple.
Oh,
It's
okay.
$15 a month for everything.
Oh, okay.
You have to get the arcade so you can get like different games on your phone for free.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's a whole lot
That's
to
the
that.
last
It's
thing.
kind of like Amazon where it's built into more.
Right. Yeah.
So now I got pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Streaming services.
Yeah. I need to get Hulu because Hellraiser's coming out, so I have to get it for that.
Oh.
That's October. Hellraiser comes out in October. So
I mostly just watch Hulu and HBO Max. That's all I watch.
Yeah, that's what I probably, because Hulu sounds like they got better stuff.
Oh, yeah. Hulu's probably my favorite. That if you're looking for TV shows that are old, Hulu. If it's a new series, you got to watch it where you got to watch it. But HBO Max and Hulu are all I really need. But there's shows I want to watch on Apple TV. That's why I got it, because I want to watch Servant and I want to watch Severance. Severance looks really good.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, I gotta go take a shower because I feel disgusting.
All right. I'm going to go do something.
I'll see you later.